Hi everyone, I am Miss Finer, and before I begin, I just want to say thank you. You logged on to your homeroom meet. You are watching videos of each academic class so that you get to know us. You can find out what the topics are going to be. You can get our contact information. You're just making every effort possible, and I appreciate it because you probably had a really long day. You probably worked, maybe you had to cook, maybe you had to take care of someone, maybe you had some sort of stress or health issue or something. There's always going to be something, especially now of these days. The stress levels can be really high, but you showed up and I appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you because I know that you took time out of your day to come here and do this. So I want to let you know that this is my 19th year at Yale. Mhm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said 19. I can't possibly believe that I admitted that because you can see how old I am. But it just goes to show that Yale to me is not just a job, it is my home. I love what I do. It is the most important thing for me to have a student feel respected and safe and cared for, but also to have fun and feel validated. If I stop and think about it, my entire life I've always wanted to be a teacher. Give or take, I wanted to be a coach or a biologist, but either way, I always wanted to teach. Back in fifth grade for back to school night, Mrs. Lanuti back then had us write a letter to our parents or guardians. And one of the questions was, what do you want to be when you grow up? So that your guardian or your parent or your grandparent could help us achieve that goal. And I said teacher. Right off the bat, I knew that's going to be my goal in life. I wanted to surround myself with people. I wanted to help them know their worth. So I know that life can throw a lot of curveballs our way and a lot of different stress and just a lot of things our way. And I might not be able to change the world. I may not be able to prevent hardships. But what I absolutely can do is help build confidence and help them become more equipped with whatever throws their way, whether or not it's dealing in a situation, whether or not it is being in a math class where you're feeling stressed, but helping them walk through the stress and deal with it appropriately. That's my goal. I have a nephew. Oh, I have two nephews, but I have a nephew and he's 7. He's a twin and he's on the spectrum. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because he is one of the love of my lives. When I think about him, I get a little choked up because he's just an amazing little man. And I've seen the growth that he has been through already. And I'm just so proud to be his aunt. But sometimes I stop and think and I say, wow, I'm so thankful that he has great teachers because you could have somebody that to look at him and say, ah, oh, here he comes. He's going to bounce around. He's going to say things he shouldn't say. He may come into my personal space. Man, that Wyatt, he's a handful. And if somebody thought that, that would break my heart. And if a teacher thought that, that teacher should never be in the profession of teaching because there's no place for somebody like that. So I'm very thankful that he has outstanding teachers and people that love him. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to know how serious I am when I tell you that I want to get to know each and every one of my students. I want to get behind the walls. I want to break things down. I want to break the barriers. And I want them to become their real self. And I want them to just build the confidence and just know that if they're having a bad day, that we're going to help them through it and be there, and that we're going to walk them through every situation. And also, you can have a bad day. I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm not even going to care. I'm going to try to help you. And then we're going to move past it and we're going to have a new day. So I chose algebra. I chose math to teach. And I am teaching foundational math, among other math classes. And I'm really excited because I feel like math can be a sore subject for some students, and they can look at it and be like, oh, I hate math. But for me, I'm like, yes, foundational math. I get to find out what they need help with, and I get to build their skills up because math is used every day. It is used in jobs. It is. I sit and I wake up and I'm just like, oh, how many more minutes can I sleep before I have to get into the shower? That right there is a word problem, and I'm calculating the math in my head. You just calculate time management skills. Um, so I'm excited to look at their skills and say, what do they need help with? How can I help them? Money, fractions, um, formulas, just anything. And that's why I am thrilled to have foundational math this year. They're going to need to learn how to apply all of these skills and practice them. One of them is going to even be cursive. And I know I'm not a handwriting expert, I'm not an English teacher. But I do know that they're going to be signing checks and bills, and they're going to need to learn how to do the tip, but they're going to need to know how to sign their name. So I'm going to help them with cursive at some point this year. There's just a lot that I'm going to do. So for me, I'm going to find it to be a challenge to look at each one of them and say, what are you good at, and how can I help you move forward? And then what also in the process, what have you missed throughout your lives, and how can I help you with it? Because that's my job, and that's what I love doing. So feel free to contact me. If you say, man, my son or daughter needs help in this, this, and this, can you help? Absolutely. I will absolutely give different lessons for them. I will break things down for them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop and show you where my contact information is so that you can reach out to me. But again, thank you for joining.